Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video, vegan style. We're kicking things off with breakfast, having some tofu scramble. My husband and I love making tofu scramble, and it's really easy. We just use some high protein tofu, actually any type of tofu that's super firm, vacuum packed, fresh onion, fresh garlic. Those are staples. Gonna saute that in some avocado oil. We actually ran out of olive oil. Hashtag pandemic problems. But avocado oil is great too. So we're gonna stir fry up that garlic and onion before adding the other things. Crumbling in tofu, you can just crumble it in by hand. Here we're adding some turmeric, and then we add a bunch of other spices. We don't actually measure. This is black salt, which is like sort of an egg flavored salt, eggy tasting salt. Red chili pepper flakes if you like it spicy. We love it spicy. I also like adding garlic salt. I'm adding some veggies, frozen broccoli, and then here we've got some frozen bell peppers, black pepper, of course, and voila, you've got yourself a basic tofu scramble. If you want, you can add nutritional yeast. I really like it with nutritional yeast. It gives it like an extra cheesy flavor and kind of an extra decadence to it, but that's totally optional. And then just serve it up. You can add extra salt to taste if you need it, and I love topping mine with some sriracha. No morning is complete without a smoothie, so I quickly whipped up my favorite mango smoothie. It's just 3 ingredients: banana, super ripe banana, some frozen mango, and soy milk. It is that simple. Ideally, I like using vanilla soy milk because it makes it extra creamy and rich and sweet and decadent, and it tastes a lot like a mango lassi. Like, it has that consistency, but even simpler and so delicious. I make this multiple times a week, every week. Cheers! As a new mama, a lot of my time is spent in Graham's nursery changing diapers, but to be honest, I don't actually mind. We use cloth diapers and they're so stinking cute, and I don't feel bad about having to throw things in the trash all the time. And I even use these cloth reusable wipes and just plain water to wipe them down. And so I love the process so much. It's actually enjoyable. Of course, choosing cloth diapers means lots and lots of laundry, but that's okay. My zen time, listen to a podcast, or I'll hang out with Graham while I'm folding and stuffing his diapers. For lunch on this day, we wanted to have something quick and simple, so just turned to some bagel sandwiches, and I wanted to try this new Miyoko's cream cheese, which was quite good. Especially, I love it loaded up with some arugula. I added some capers on there, and it was really delicious. After lunch, we went out as a family on a little nature walk by the river here in Sacramento. This was a real treat for all of us because we have been staying home and social distancing like pros since well before the coronavirus hit, just because we have a newborn and just really haven't gone out much. So it felt really good to be out in the fresh air, walking as our little family unit. For dinner, we made lasagna soup. Now, this is based on the lasagna soup recipe on World of Vegan, which is my absolute favorite, but we made this with a good number of modifications because we were out of a lot of things. It had been a good long while since we'd been to the grocery store, but we still made it happen. As with any great recipe, we started by sauteing garlic and onion and then added in some of these frozen bell peppers. Again, we had almost no frozen vegetables left or any fresh vegetables left besides onion and garlic. So this is clearing out the very end of the vegetables in our house. But the recipe calls for mushrooms. If you have mushrooms, you can throw those in, and then you just add in a bunch of marinara sauce and then also broth. Instead of using vegetable broth, I used vegetable bouillon and water combined. I do that almost always instead of broth. So good. And then some spices. Anyway, you bring that to a boil, and then you're gonna add your lasagna noodles, which I had a bit of a situation. I bought lasagna noodles from Trader Joe's assuming they were vegan, but they ended up being not vegan. Luckily, I found these in the back of my pantry, and they're gluten-free. I got them as a sample a long time ago. Didn't know how they were going to be, and guys, they are amazing. I'm really skeptical of gluten-free noodles. I think a lot of them don't taste good, but both my husband and I thought these were really, really good. So way to go for that brand, and I'm so glad I found them in the back of my pantry. Because yeah, super bummer. The Trader Joe's lasagna noodles are not vegan. They contain eggs. Crazy. Usually at this point, once your noodles are cooked, you'd add in a whole bunch of fresh spinach and basil, but I didn't have either of those. We also made some garlic bread to go with it. Yum, yum. And yeah, that was dinner. Highly recommend you guys check out this recipe on World of Vegan. I will link it down in the description field. And cheers.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So I've purchased very few clothes for Graham. But I went on ThredUp, which is a secondhand online store. That's pretty much the only place I've gotten clothes for Graham. And I saw this avocado suit for $5 used secondhand. And I was like, I just can't resist it. It's going to be Halloween every day around here. You want to wish everyone an avocado? Say hi, an avocado, everybody. It's so cute. Look at how ridiculous.
On to dessert. What night is complete without dessert? We made some banana and ice cream, or what Dan and I like to call nana smoosh. It is one ingredient soft serve made with frozen, very ripe bananas in the food processor. You let that process until it becomes creamy and it turns like white almost, and then dish that up in our coconut bowls. Love these bowls. Everything feels more tropical when you're eating them in coconut bowls. And added our personal favorite toppings. And that wraps up our day. Sweet dreams, my friend. Lots of love from our house to yours. And we'll see you in the next video. Mwah!